So Trump has talked about the sovereign wealth fund buying TikTok, right? Well, I think that would be possible because, so these are the people that had, based on the court record that I've done 4 other videos about now. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to look back on my other 4 videos. One they did take down. This is regarding a court document from 2020 going after a bunch of tech. But they made, in this, it's 87 pages. And so some of them it says what the net worth was that they took. Most of them they took everything. So because in some way they were complicit in especially what has been done to the Chinese people because of the technology and being able to enslave them and being dangerous to, I've already done 4 videos. So my point is telling you, so John O'Brien, people know who he is. So they relinquished all net worth and assets. James Comey, the same. James Clapper. Now, it doesn't mention the amounts for those. The same with Andrew McCabe. The same with the World Bank and their offshore accounts. Bill Gates relinquished all net worth and assets. Jerry Nadler. All net worth assets. And it says here, defendants must pay financial and personal damages, and then it lists Google, Facebook, Alphabet, Neuralink, Mark Zuckerberg, Sergey Brin, Larry Page, Sundar Pichai, Elon Musk, Tesla, and PR Newswire, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Eric Schmidt, John Brennan, James Comey, James Clapper, Andrew McCabe, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Microsoft, Bill Gates, CNN, Cable News Network, Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon, MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, Washington Post, New York Times, Time Magazine, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Harvard, Adam Schiff, Weiss Institute, DARPA, Qualcomm, George Soros, Soros Fund Management and Open Society Foundations, University of Vermont, Joshua Bongard and Sam Craigman, Rockefeller Foundation, Huawei, Boston Dynamics, Hanson Robotics, Didi Chuxing. I think I maybe mentioned some of these. Alibaba, SenseTime, iCarbon X, Festo. All defendants combined must pay a total of $4 trillion in U.S. dollars. $4 trillion. Each defendant liability is detailed below. No amount of money can replace the human lives lost, yet they must pay, and beyond the financial punitive damages required, each defendant must assist persecuted victims and immediately begin. Okay, and this is under 18 U.S. Code Chapter 115, treason, sedition, subversive activities, misprision of treason, rebellion or insurrection, seditious conspiracy, advocating overthrow of the government, registration of certain organizations. That's everything under that court. The court has supplemental jurisdiction under 28 U.S.C. 1367 over the California state claims, which share a common nucleus of facts with the federal claims in this matter. This court has personal jurisdiction over Google, it says it twice, Google, Facebook, Neuralink, Alphabet, Tesla, and DeepMind are pervasively present in California and in this judicial district, and is subject to general personal jurisdiction throughout this state. Venus proper in this district under 28 U.S.C. 1391 B1, B2, and C. Google has a large office in Venice, California, within this judicial district, which houses engineering, sales, and marketing operations for Google Ads, such that 6 compliant plaintiffs and defendants, including their companies, all have residence in California or do a considerable amount of business in California. The AI organization is based out of La Jolla. That's who went after them. They're based out of La Jolla, California. So, again, so that it says that the total is 4 trillion. What's the debt at? So, could you see how if the Sovereign Wealth Fund could easily then buy TikTok? Yeah, so like Boston Dynamics, $3 million request for risk assessment bureau organization by the AI organization. So some of them it just says all of their assets, and others it says, but when you put the tech bros together, see Anderson Cooper relinquish all net worth and assets, Don Lemon. And if you wonder why, it's because they didn't report on something that could have saved lives. It was very, yeah. And because of that, it led to detention centers. And it also led to more helping of a foreign country build their AI system. So, especially a communist country, not a good idea. So for Alphabet alone, they had to relinquish 99% of its net worth, not less than 950 billion market cap. Yep. CNN relinquished all net worth and assets. Sundar Pichai, he's part of that We're All In. It's that podcast they have, the Tech Bros have, that what's his name is often on, the one that they say funded, like J.D. Vance, and now I can't think of his name. The one that in the last interview I saw, he was like tweaking, or he was withdrawing from alcohol or drugs or something because he was all sweaty and he couldn't talk. He was like a nervous wreck. I felt bad for him, actually, and I don't care for him at all. I can't think of his name. They all love him there. He's not mentioned in this. He's not mentioned, actually. But Sundar, his financial obligation is 921 million net worth. Google LLC, their financial obligation relinquished all net worth, not less than 550 billion, less operating newly formed search engine with algorithm fairness and correction of codes. Yeah, they're not doing that. Clearly, because I should, like, I've said how they've interfered with my, like, for 2 years I did travel, nursing travel. I mean, I have 13 years experience in psych. Like, it's not a hard thing to get a job, okay? And yet then I had like 4 assignments, and that's what led to me having, at the last place, that permanent job I had, which was the most horrendous place I worked, because it was so dangerous. But I never had that happen so I knew something was going on. So everything I've read in these past 4 videos, can you see how then they have control over you? They do. They do. So they'll send, I'll get notices on my phone all the time of jobs. And then usually quickly, once you fill out, or you already have like I have on one of the apps, Vivian app, my resume, all my credentials, everything's on there. So then they just contact me and I say, yeah, I'm interested. But then I never hear anything back. That's not what used to happen. So I don't know, maybe it's, Trump's only been in since the 20, maybe it still needs time to turn over. I hope it does soon. Because I mean, I don't have a savings or any, I live paycheck to paycheck. Because this is the price you pay when you speak up. It is. I've done it before. It's not, this world doesn't like people that speak honestly. So, I mean, you could say I sabotage myself, but I do it because there's people younger than me, and I don't want them to live under a system that China has lived under. It's horrible that anybody would live under a control system like that's digitized. So if I end up losing everything, then so be it. At least hopefully it will have meant something for those that I love that will grow up in a free country.